And a happy Monday to you. First of all, thanks to Dan for filling in for me last week while the wife and I could get away on a little vacay. The Seahawks were up big yesterday against Tennessee, 30-10 at one point. They held on for a 30-24 victory. Jaxon Smith-Njigba broke the Seattle single-season record for yards with 8 catches, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. He says it was surreal to break the record of his mentor, DK Metcalf.
It means a lot, this organization, great organization, and great receivers have, came through here. So, honestly, I look at it as a team award, honestly, because, without Sam and without the protection, without Sheed and Coop, this doesn't happen. And, so I'm grateful. I'm thankful, blessed for my team, blessed to be a Seahawk.
Seattle will return home to host Minnesota Sunday at 1:05. That will be on Fox. Arizona fell in overtime to Jacksonville 27-24 yesterday, while the Rams demolished Tampa Bay 34-7. LA still leads the Seahawks by a game in the NFC West. Niners host Carolina tonight on Monday Night Football. Damon Williams rushed for 2 scores, threw for 2 more as Washington beat UCLA 48-14 Saturday in college football. Huskies wrap up the regular season this week against Oregon. Washington State flirted with a big win, but once again fell short. This time to James Madison, 24-20. Cougars now 5-6 on the season. Cal Poly scored 13 unanswered fourth-quarter points to beat Eastern Washington 43-34. The 5th-ranked Central Washington Wildcats fell in their NCAA Division II playoff opener against 15th-ranked Western Colorado Saturday, 27-20. The final. Central season is done. Well, the Kraken fell on the road at New York Sunday in NHL play 1-0 in a shootout. Joey DeCord was stellar in net for Seattle, stopping all 34 shots he faced before the Islanders gained the edge in the shootout. Coach Lane Lambert was not happy about the 0-for-19 stat on shots on goal.
Well, we didn't score any goals, so we didn't find a way to capitalize. Of course, neither did they. I thought our goalie was really good. I thought their goalie made some good saves as well. But it's just it's a common theme right now, shot volume or lack thereof. And, we passed up too many shots again. So at some point we got to figure this out.
Seattle's back on home ice against Dallas Wednesday at 7:30. That'll be on both King 5 and Kong TV. The Wenatchee Panthers volleyball team collected its 6th state trophy in program history over the weekend in Yakima. The Panthers captured their 2nd straight 3rd-place trophy after sweeping Gonzaga Prep in the consolation match in the Sundome. After dropping a heartbreaker in the semifinal Saturday morning to Curtis, Wenatchee bounced back to take out the Bullpups 25-17, 25-20, and 26-24. It is the 3rd straight season for the Panthers to bring home hardware from the state 4A tournament in Yakima. Congratulations. Well, Kashmir and Royal continued on a collision course for a possible rematch in the state 1A football playoffs. The Knights beat Seton Catholic Saturday in the quarterfinals 48-10, while the Bulldogs down Life Christian Academy 59-16. Avery Cooper and Steve Sandman had the call on 1340 The Hawk, while Dan Kuntz was there to film Kashmir win in the Apple Bowl.
This is going to be a pass play. You know it's coming.
Man in motion. Evans. Boyd looks to his left. Now he twists around to his right. Avoids Fox. Steps up. Throws over the middle. Is intercepted! To the 30. Braylon Rubio to the 20. Down at the 16-yard line. Odenreiter, the tight end to the left. Zavala in the slot to the right, bunched up with Strutzel. Now Zavala in motion. Fake the handoff to him. It's a fade route to the far near side. Spees caught. Touchdown Bulldogs. Wide receiver to his left. Boyd fakes the handoff. He's got pressure in his face. It is Jacobson taking him down for the sack. He had no time to get that ball off.
Defensive player of the year in the SCAC, and now we see why.
Tate, the running back to the right. Fake the handoff. Hatmaker goes over the middle deep. He has Spees caught in the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Spees, unbelievable. Double coverage. Got behind both the safety and the cornerback to haul in that play for a 22-yard touchdown.
From the right hash mark. Pressure coming. Up, stepping up in the pocket. Boyd makes a man miss. Takes off, across the 10 to the 5. Cuts it back upfield. Touchdown, Life Christian Academy. Strutzel back into the game to the bottom of the formation. Handed off to Tate. He fights right into the end zone and bulldozes a defender for the touchdown. They haven't had many opportunities, though. Life Christian Academy has done a decent job taking care of the ball. And you're underway here in the second half. Zavala fakes the pitch off to Bessonette. Now Zavala is in the clear to the 40, 45. He's got blockers to the 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Bulldogs.
No flags.
Isaac Zavala, 80 yards. 28-10 Kashmir. Berggren in motion to the left, handed off to Berggren. Stutter step as he lowers his shoulders and fights his way to the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. 35-10 Kashmir leads in the quarterfinal round of the WIAA playoffs.
Kashmir advances to the semifinals with the win. Meanwhile, Olmec had its season come to an end, falling to Mount Baker by a final of 32-22. Moses Lake's season came to an end in the state 4A quarterfinals with a 76-41 loss to Lake Stevens. Vikings had 357 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns on the ground in that win. East Valley of Yakima overcame a second-half deficit to beat Linden 27-24 in the quarterfinals of the state 2A tournament. Cody Gasling led the way with 132 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns for the Red Devils in the win. Okanagan survived to advance to the state 2B tournament. Freeman scored with 33 seconds left to cut the lead to 2. They went for 2, but the quarterback fumbled the ball, so they didn't get the 2 points. Then they tried the onside kick, but then kicked it out of bounds. That allowed the Bulldogs just to run out the clock. They win at 34-32. Liberty Bell had the season end at 55-12 in a loss to Tri-Cities Prep. Max Grindy rushed for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns to lead Elmira Cooley Heartline over Nacelle in the 1B quarterfinals 61-27. Here's a look at what's coming up. The Warriors will face DeSales in the semifinals Saturday at 3 o'clock at Walla Walla High School. Kashmir takes on Mount Baker in the 1A semifinals Saturday in the Apple Bowl. That starts at 3. 2 semifinal games will be played in Tumwater Saturday. First, it's Okanagan and Toledo in the 2B tournament at noon. That's followed by East Valley and Tumwater at 3 in the 2A semifinals. Finally, the Wenatchee Wild played just one game over the weekend in WHL action, falling to Kamloops by a final of 4-2. Blake Vanek and Kalen Judry each had goals in the defeat, while Tobias Tversnik saved 25 of 28 shots in net. Wenatchee returns home Wednesday to host Vancouver at 6 o'clock in the Wolves' Den. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Monday.